Go and grab your Beware merchandise today. There are t-shirts, sweatshirts, phone cases, and more, all with the link down in the description below. You do not want to miss out. What's up, guys? It's Carson back here on Toxic Gaming today with the week 2 battle against the amazing Chi. If you are curious about what our team is and such, pause right now and go back and watch the team builder that went up yesterday if you did not see it already. If you did and you're here now, you know what team we're bringing, you know what the Scissor plan that we have, you know that we have Zardax just going to be there. You know about our guard strategy, you know about those things. And as we look at this, we see Cheeb, which, by the way, his links and everything are down below in the description. Go watch his side of the battle to see his reactions and stuff to what happened. But we look at his team, and he brought one of the things that he brought really the single most thing I was probably the most worried about seeing, and that was the Electros, because it's like Electros has such a wide variety of shit it can do. And I didn't know going into this, but just by seeing his team, like, okay, what kind of Electros is he? I was guessing more of an Assault Vest set, but that's really was a guess for what the Electros was. We see he has the Florges as well, kind of. I'm okay with that, because Zardax can kind of do whatever he wants to that Florges, as long as he doesn't give like too many Calm Minds up. He has the Crocodile, which I could see being good, kind of an offensive check for Zardax with Intimidate. He has a Scarf Kyurem, which I believe is still Scarf Kyurem. Yeah, to me, when I see Chi with Kyurem, it's Scarf. But then he also has the Delphox, which I thought might have been his potential Z user. If he was Scarf Delphox, he then outspeeds Charizard at +1, forcing me to get to +2. So I felt that could have been a thing that was interesting. And then he has Boldor, the thing that literally sits there like a rock in front. Cat, what's up? What's up? Okay. You guys heard that little bell? That was my cat jumping onto my lap. But really, that's what we got for his team there that we see. And as you can see, also, we're going to be leading off with our Scizor. He's going to be leading off with his Electros, and we'll get right on into the battle for you. Okay, we're getting right on into the battle. We can see that she is right there waiting for us and such, being the challenge. We're going to be leading off with our Scizor, as you saw in the beginning. And he's going to be leading off with his Electros, as we saw right before the team preview and stuff before the battle started. And right now, I'm kind of scared, but I know I need to knock this thing off. So I knocked off guessing he would predict my switch out, and knocked off his Assault Vest. It was really nice. He actually did predict the switch and went for Thunder Punch, thinking I would switch out into Milotic because of the fire move. I'm fine with that. Now I'm going to make the switch. I'm going to make it into Gardevoir, which was kind of questionable, but it was like I knew I could take one hit from this thing, set up a screen in front of it, and take more hits and wish after that. So I was perfectly okay with going into Guard at this point. And now he reveals he's mixed with Flamethrower, not having Fire Punch and Thunder Punch. So I know he's somewhat mixed. I can take that Flamethrower easy as shit. And he decides now to switch out. He's going to go out into, I believe this is his Florges? Yes, the Florges. I believe the Florges against me, and I'm going to put up the Light Screen. I'm glad I chose Light Screen over Reflect so that this Florges really can't touch me at all. And now I'm just going to toss up a Wish to be able to Wish Pass into something. Probably the Zardax. That's really the main plan here. He goes for the first Calm Mind, and I'm sitting here like, okay, he's definitely Calm Mind set. I don't think it'll be offensive because of how much Zardax can still do to him with me being resisted to Moonblast or neutral to Moonblast. So right now I'm just going to hard switch, be able to pass into anything, and I go into Scizor this time to really threaten him hard, maybe get my agility up early and still do some things with Scizor. He Calm Minds a second time. So now he's kind of on the back foot. He has to decide here if he's going to stay in and try to live a hit, thinking on my Bullet Punch or over predicting me and trying to kill something, or is he going to die? And so what I decided to do, I just click Iron Head. I want to get damage on this thing. He's the Berry, the Steel Berry, to resist that, to weaken the Iron Head so he doesn't die from it. And we see he actually is packing the Hidden Power Fire, so our Aqua Berry gets used up right now as well. So we trade berries, we trade damage, almost it looks like close to the same amount of damage. And now he knows he dies, he knows I outspeeds, so he has to switch out, going into his Delphox here. And I clicked Iron Head because I just want to get chip damage. Like chip damage on anything when you have Zardex on your team is the most crucial thing. So after getting that damage, I decided to switch out with Scizor, go back into Gardevoir. I know this thing can't touch me. Shadow Ball doesn't even do that much to me. He wouldn't really go for it, I feel like, against Scizor. And we see he's Blaze, not the Magician set. And he goes for his substitute. And now that's really interesting that he went for sub. And I was like, okay, is he sub Calm Mind? Did I just fuck up mad? But now he goes for Flamethrower. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm going to take this. I'm fine. I don't believe I have light screen up anymore. I can't remember if I do or not at this point. I just went for the Moonblast. I wanted to see if I could break the sub or get at least enough damage to where the sub is broken by something else. Like, I wanted to try to break that sub, and I didn't get the roll to break it. So now on his second Flamethrower, I'm going to be sitting here and taking this. I don't really want to take that much damage with Guard, but I kind of have to. And it was at this point that I decided to Wish again so I can pass into Zardex. I could pass into really anything at this point. My light screen was up and now it goes away. So what I decided to do here is actually pass into Milotic, because if he goes for his Flamethrower, I'm going to be at full health. I can live any Grass Knot and I can break this sub. That was really my priority at this point, was breaking his sub. He goes for the Flamethrower, doesn't matter. I'm a Milotic. I'm going to take it. I'm going to get up to full, and then I believe my Flame Orb activates at this point. Yes, it does. And so I will take, I won't take burn damage. So I'm at full health. He goes for his Grass Knot. And this is where I was like, okay, I can live 2 Grass Knots 9 times out of 10. And we see it does not do half. So I know I can live a second one. But now I need to get that sub out of the way. I just Quick Scald, get the sub out, force him next turn, maybe thinking I'm going to switch out to Quick Sub again. But I need to basically force him to decide to Quick Sub or to kill me. One of the two. Now, with that burn damage, I am in range for Grass Knot. It was a roll to go either way, so what I decided to do was switch out now into Zardex, or regular Charizard at this moment. And the best thing happened here is where he burns his Z move. And as we can see, with the little animation, if you recognize it, the name will come up here on the screen in a second. It surrounds itself with Z power, and it's the Z Grass Knot Bloom Doom. The calc said that this did 13 to 15%. Now, this is a Z move doing 13, I think it was around more the 13% mark to Zard. And I'm perfectly fine. I can set up my DD here. I can take any Psychic. I probably should have just killed this thing and not tried to set up in front of it. But really, I needed that to guarantee I could outspeed anything that was coming in after. And so I set up my Dragon Dance here, just so I didn't get picked off by Scarf Kyurem, because if I just killed this, he could have brought in Scarf Kyurem easily and just picked me off. He goes for his Psychic here to get the damage against me that he needs, and we see that's a lot of fucking damage. Like, that's a lot of damage. And here I probably should have roosted off that damage rather than trying to just kill the Delphox in front of me, but I was looking at it and I almost would be roosting the same amount he'd be doing to me, and with the Spadef drop, I would have taken even more. So he goes in the Crook, gets the Intimidate, and I'm going to fire off a Flare Blitz, and this does enough to bring the Crocodile past half, but due to both Recoil and Rocky Helmet, I'm going to end up killing myself. So Zardex, the first death of the battle is him killing himself. Like, that's just apparently what happens with Mojo Raleigh these days. But I go out into Milotic, I can hard wall this thing. I can literally just recover off anything. I was expecting him to switch out into Kyurem and not stay in, because Earthquake literally, as you can see, really doesn't do anything to me. And he just dies from a Scald. So I expected him to pull the switch, so I went for the Recover. And I'm like, okay, he's not doing anything, so I'm just going to keep spamming Recover. I feel like he has to switch out here. To me, there's not a reason why she really stayed in here, unless he wanted a free switch. And as we can see, he's just staying in and clicking Earthquake. So right now, I believe I could just click Recover a second time here. Yeah, I'm trying to get up at max health that I can, so that if I kill this thing, and then he brings in Kyurem after with the free switch, I'll be at my max health that I can be at, and hopefully make the roll not in his favor whatsoever for a Fusion Bolt. Well, as you can see, he's got a fucking Earthquake here again. He's trying to get me in range of that Fusion Bolt after burn. Now I decide to Scald and just kill this thing outright. I don't want to fuck around with this thing anymore. There's no reason for me to. I maybe could have recovered one more time, but I would have been like 5 points higher. Wouldn't have made that much of a difference. And after we take our little burn damage, he brings out his goddamn Electros. And here I'm like, okay, my Milotic's probably going down. I'm going to recover to see what he's going to go for, if he's going to try to Volt Switch, or if he's just going to like Thunder Punch. We know he has Thunder Punch. If he's going to try to Volt Switching Momentum on the Switch, he just goes right for the Thunder Punch. And as we can see, that's not a 2-hit KO. with just the Thunder Punch, but after the burn damage, it's a roll to 2-hit KO. And I'm faster, so I decided to Toxic him now and start getting him on a clock. Start making him have to really watch how many turns this thing is in against anyone on my team. And he goes right for his second Thunder Punch, and we see he gets, it looks like a little bit of a higher roll, of a lower roll on that Thunder Punch. I don't really know the exact rolls for it, but it looked a little bit lower, and we're going to be able to live our burn damage easily. And so, now, what I decided to do, he decides to switch out first, and he's going to go into his Delphox again, and I believe right here I simply clicked recover. Because I was faster, I knew I could recover off and a little bit more. I wanted to see if I could recover off more damage than he was doing to me. So now that I'm at my recover, I'm right there at the roll, being over 50% for Grass Knot to kill me, and I decided to risk it. He goes for the Grass Knot, and he gets the higher roll for Grass Knot to kill. I would have killed him with Scald and then died to burn, and that would have been perfectly fine with me to make that trade. But I died to that, and I bring in Ric Flair, our Sneasel. We're 100% clicking knockoff here, because if he would have thought Pursuit Trap and he stayed in, he wouldn't have died. If he would have switched out, something gets knocked off. Knockoff was our best play. So he lets the Delphox go down to Ric Flair. And on the knockoff, he brings now back in his Florges. And I'm sitting here like, okay, this might be my time to go into Decidueye. So I decide to switch out. I go into Decidueye. I know he has the Hidden Power Fire, and I know he has Moonblast. I know he has Calm Mind. I don't know exactly what his fourth move is, and here he decides to show that he has Synthesis. So I know that the only thing he has to hit me is Hidden Power Fire, and without boosting it, it does nothing to Decidueye. So now he goes for a Moonblast, rather than a Hidden Power Fire, just more damage due to stab and regular base stats. We take that easily. I click Swords Dance. This is what Decidueye on our team is made for. We're going to get our Swords Dance. He's going to go for the Hidden Power Fire now, and because we are slow Decidueye, we are slow Baton Pass, with that crit too, which really didn't matter at all. He's going to be able, or I'm going to be able to Baton Pass into Scizor completely okay, and have Scizor be above half health, right where I need him, at plus 2 attack, and I'm faster than this. I thought about clicking Agility, but I didn't want to die to the Hidden Power Fire. I'd rather kill this thing first, and so I just clicked Iron Head to kill it. It's what I really needed to do in that situation. He goes now into the Electros, and I really didn't know how much speed he had, and if I clicked Agility, I died to Flamethrower, so I clicked Superpower instead. I could use one Superpower and then still be a +1 later. He didn't know I had Superpower. He was thinking I was Bug Bite and couldn't kill him, so due to me having Superpower for the Crocodile, I actually killed the Electros. It was kind of a trade-off there. And here are the Boldore. I was expecting full Fizz Def Boldore, and so I decided to Iron Head. His Stone Edge couldn't kill me from this range if he was Fizz Def, and I do a lot more than I thought I was going to do to Boldore. So this to me tells me he's not the Fizz Def set, and by him now killing me with Stone Edge, he's an offensive Boldore, which was very surprising to me as for what I had already expected. But I'm going to go into Sneasel. I'm going to click Low Kick, because Low Kick hits both Mons that he has strongest. It'll kill the Boldore, and it'll do the most he can to the Kyurem, which the Kyurem Black, the crit didn't matter there, by the way. The Kyurem Black is still chilling in the back of his party. Like, that thing is his win con, and he holds on to it till the very end. And he brings it out now. And my play here was either quick Low Kick and risk getting outsped by Scarf Kyurem and dying, or going here and doing Ice Shard, getting that little bit of chip damage, so that Gardevoir could come in, risk the roll of living a Fusion Bolt, which here he did go for Fusion Bolt. I would have died if I wouldn't have clicked Ice Shard, and I would have lost this match. But the Moonblast from my Gardevoir is a 92% max kill, so I needed that little bit of chip damage to guarantee that I killed him. And then at this HP, it looked like it was a roll in his favor to kill me with Fusion Bolt. I was calculating max Adamant. He was actually Rash Nature with only like a little bit in physical attack, so his Fusion Bolt, we see him go for it. I'm sitting here on the edge of my seat wondering if I'm going to live this goddamn Fusion Bolt, and we live on 6. And Moonblast is able to take out this Kyurem as fucking clean as day to take out this Kyurem that we needed to do. And so we ended up winning with a 2-0 against Chi, and that was the moment that I was like so elated during that match. But again, great match to Chi. Really put me on my toes in a little bit. Having Zardex kill himself was not the best play, but having Scizor take out 2 were really, really big. The 2 that were the most threatening to him were really, really big. Having Decidueye easily Baton Pass was nice, and then Sneasel doing Sneasel things. And the shout out to Gardevoir living the Fusion Bolt. It was a great match all around. Go check out Chi's side of the battle so you can see his reactions to this stuff. If you want to buy a t-shirt, links down below. Link to the Discord down there is also down below and everything to be a fan. So like and subscribe and all that stuff. I love you guys. I'm Carson, this is Toxic Gaming, and as always, you guys stay toxic. We'll see you guys.